That thing can do 0 to 100 in what? Maybe like 12 hours, right?
Leah. Leah! In the bottom of this, there's a first aid kit. Get it out. Do you have any pain medicine?
How do you get the radar working?
Well, it's broken.
Broken?
It seems
We
like
have
for
to keep a
now...
watch behind us.
Or maybe something like painkillers, booze, something
I'll
like
go
that.
look for some.
Gustav!
Thanks for that. And of course it's gonna be like this. I knew it. There.
Leah, I need your help now. Okay. How's it going in there?
I seem to have run out. Will this do?
Can you open it? Help me hold her down. It's okay, almost there.
When he picked me up from school, then that was when the chaos had just gotten started. And I wondered where Mama was.
Okay.
But then I understood. So I listened to him, and then we left. And now they're both gone. And I don't know what to do.
When I was at Peshmerga, we all fought for freedom, for our lives. And if we were taken, it wasn't only death that was waiting. My sister Evan, she was beautiful inside and out. We were going to escape, but she couldn't. She couldn't do it. I wanted to help her. But then I knew we wouldn't make it. She killed herself. Right in front of me. Those we love, they never leave us. They are with us. right in here. I will protect you, Leah. But I want you to trust me. If I ask you to run, then you have to.
Really? You really think I have no children? Really? You think I have no children? God damn, Lotto. Dude, I got a beautiful wife and beautiful kids, dude, unlike you.
What about Vera?
It's good, Carlos. I'm testing this thing. We're testing
Save your
this.
ammunition.
Appreciate you guys coming in.
They'll sort
I'm
out
gonna
the
be
situation
I'm
in
gonna
the
be
boat.
timing out
Then we
people a
can
lot.
all be friends.
Got it.
Let me switch accounts here for a second. It's called Magadoom. So it's a new mod for live YouTube channels that turns the live chat into Doom, right? So I'm testing commands right now, seeing why it's not working. Okay. Good morning. Hey, what's up, mate? What's up, mate? How's it doing?
You have morphine down there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hello, where are you? No one is steering!
It's under control. I got it. Hold on. Just pull that sail.
Hey, the winch is stuck.
Take the line. Take the line and loosen that one.
Dan, overboard!
So this should be a troll.
Here. You hold on. Dan. Come on.
This isn't working. They're just drifting further away.
Should this be?
What are they doing?
Can we just start the engine?
You, take the wheel. I need to get the sails down.
Does he even know what he's doing?
Can we turn any faster?
We've got the sails up and it's a slow.
Yeah, I am. I'm in Japan.
Come on, hold on.
Oh, there's a boat.
Now what?
Cindy, do a slash score. Do your slash score.
What are they doing?
These are you should be able to pull up your score, your rank, right?
This is even better.
Slash
Huh?
leaderboard.
Yeah, she seems okay.
All right. These are all things that
Yeah,
should pull up
scientists, Huh?
your information on it.
Well, hello down there.
We're waiting.
Welcome
We're
aboard.
just waiting for them to get us.
Come on up.
Good morning. Do you have an idea why there was not a way bigger mass protest in the U.S. against fascist grab power? What are you talking about,
For the sale?
Len?
What? Where are you going? We have to go back.
What do you think? 11 million people coming out. I think Len's is in the wrong place. Because people don't know what fascism is, Len. They don't know. That's why you got to call them Nazi. They know what Nazi is. Right?
Lovely. I'm Ori. Your knight in shining armor. Here. The security issue. So welcome to my little paradise.
I'm Vera.
Yes? Perfect. Yeah, well, time to get going. I'm sure your friends need to change, right?
Come.
We move around a lot.
But how have you been surviving? There's nothing that stops the fungi.
Fungi. A nice word for killer mushrooms. Well, it seems that we have a skeptic visiting us.
What? I'm not a skeptic. I know. There's no medicine that can stop the fungi.
Well, I must correct you. Look how we're doing. It's all good. Everyone's good.
I don't understand how it can be.
Come, I'll show you something.
So,
Is that what's protecting you? But where did it come from?
Well, we, experimented. What a dry.
No, but I'd love to have one of those to run some tests on it.
In the lab?
Yes, I have a portable lab with me. I'm a scientist, so I have...
Is this enough?
Yeah.
We used to have a lab, but it burned down. Back when everything was going crazy. We had to leave it behind. But then, I got it under control. You're cool. People trust you, right? I see that. You know, it's people like us who drive the progress ahead. We could be a winning team, I think. Think about it.
What are you doing? How hard can it be? You're on guard duty.
I'm sorry. I was just cooling off.
Well, knock it off. Get back to your job, or you know what'll happen.
Yeah, okay. Shut up.
Hi. What's going on?
I'm just going to the boat.
yeah. George, I think he's gonna.
What was up with
I
him?
think he's gonna. He's not gonna make it,
Who
George. I
knows?
Why do you have a weapon?
don't think he's gonna make it. I think he's very sick.
Well, you know. You never know.
Is
You're
your head
welcome,
okay?
man. We're trying to be fun.
Yeah, well, it's still on my shoulders. I think. Something is all
Trying to get
about
this-
flesh.
Yeah, I'm with you there. We should have a look around.
Okay.
I've run all the tests I can here. The drug they're using is affecting the fungi, and I think its development too. The byproducts of the drug break down their immune system. Over.
I can imagine it would mainly affect the inner organs. But regardless, there is value in examining this drug a bit more. But you can't do that where you are. I would suggest you make your way to K76 as soon as you can.
Okay. All right. So finally, we got. All right. All right. We're getting it out. Okay. It's old.
Look. Do you see what this is? Look at it.
It's a drone?
This is a military drone that shoots electropulses. This is the monster that shot down my Felicia. Everyone who is here, on this entire island, they're involved in this.
Vera, what a pleasure.
Need to.
Flash. Champagne?
You're injured. You and Gustav.
Where are Leah and
You know
Vera?
that Leah has gone to have a look around. Vera has disappeared and I don't know anything. We need weapons.
I have the PSG-90.
Hmm?
You have to get the others. We need to leave now. Go on now. Run and get the others.
I'll
Go on, get going. Go!
Okay, I'm going now.
I have to tell you something.
Sit. Let's have some real champagne for my lovely friend.
I've had a closer look at the drug.
Here you go.
All right. The bot's going crazy.
You
Nah,
think
not
that the
really.
drug is helping you?
I try.
It is for now.
I try
Yes,
there.
The methamphetamine is.
Cheers.
Why have they got you all tied up?
They stole my catamaran.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
We thought it belonged to someone else.
All right. Nice. We got an ass clown to get rid of out here.
So you're from the research team?
Yeah. Are you who we contacted?
So the message is pulling from the past, and the bot's actually reading. See, score 0, bronze
I have
level.
to find the others. Can you get the
Let me
bug
go back
ready
to
so
my
that we can get out of here
other
quickly?
account.
You bet I can.
Change my account. Switch account.
Tell me, do you know if Vera is in there? Vera, can you come out here for a minute? We have to talk about. No.
Listen, I'm
feeling
just
warm,
Of
feverish.
course, I'm feeling warm. It's summer.
This is exactly.
I'm
what
just
happens.
playing around here.
That's
So if
what
I
the
if I
crystal
if I
does to you. You're
if I
burned.
put you on
Do you
timeout,
feel-
it's because I'm just testing.
You feel that? You're very hot, and I'm cool. Your organs will give out. I mean, if they haven't already started to.
You'll figure it out.
That sucks, dude.
It's simple. You'll just sort us out some new medicine.
Pale
Keep
blue,
your
that's
organs alive.
horrible.
You'll figure it out. You're smart.
Yeah, but it isn't as easy as you think, Ori.
Do you
Yeah.
know where Vera is?
Think of all the homeless people that are former vets.
Yeah.
I want to go talk to Vera.
Hey, no, we'll do this later. No, we should wait. Wait a little bit right now.
No.
Because I said so, that's why.
Yeah,
Not
hey.
right now.
Chill.
All right, I get it. You were jealous.
What?
They're just jealous I found the solution, not you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Look, you're living on borrowed time.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Fever? What's a fever compared to a, what do you call it? Fungi, huh? You will make some more for us.
No. I don't want to.
All right.
Yeah, don't look now, but that's him. It was him.
Who?
He was the one who shot your...
Papa.
Come. Walk. Just walk on.
What you doing?
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Logs. Sorry to hear that. Dude, it's going to get a lot worse. I mean, America's going to get a lot worse.
What are you
know?
doing? Are you all insane?
They're
It's
completely
insane.
crazy, the lot of them. Don't you
No!
see that? What?
Do not call me crazy. Do not.
For I found the solution.
And I should get the freaking Nobel Prize. Yeah? I should. Do you think Einstein was crazy? Huh?
No.
Huh?
No.
Curie?
No.
Svante
I
Arrhenius?
don't even know who that is.
No, of course you don't. But they were crazy, the lot of them.
You're sentencing everyone to death then. Do you hear me? You will all die as well.
Soon, you'll be one of us. And then you will understand.
Yeah, Trump loves Epstein, all right.
We are not only welcoming our lovely new guests, but we welcome
Is it running?
a new age. The future.
What are we gonna do?
Wait, I didn't do anything. Ori!
That's what happens when you don't do your job, my friend. Look on the bright side. Now you can assist us in this demonstration.
But Ori, we're family! That's what you told me!
No. What are you doing?
I killed for you, Ori! I paid for you, Ori! I scrubbed floors!
Ooh, this.
You bunch of lunatics. You're killing yourselves and you're killing us.
But you don't need to die. All you have to do is understand your task in the new world. That is all. Use your knowledge in servicing Ori.
Make more for us and you can do what you want.
You don't understand.
Now?
No, I'm here. I'm here, Cindy. It's getting crazy. They're all here to see my naked body. Are you MAGA? Are you? Oh, you in the closet.
We'll get our revenge on you!
This is a... I wonder why I put that. Why did it do the at Cornelius? Why did Cornelius get the message from the bot? Anyone know why Cornelius got the message?
Yeah.
Why did the bot do the Cornelius?
We should have just listened. Killed them both from the start.
Looks like the anti-spam shit is working. Here's Lelor.
We need to cast off. Be careful of Vera.
Look at the pedo projecting, coming in here, talking about kids he wants to touch. Oh my god, you guys are so fucking pedo, dude.
Leah, you have to leave without me.
What do you mean, leave?
We're not leaving.
Leah, you must. I'm holding them back so you can go.
Holding them back? What are you saying?
Leah, you know what I'm saying.
Everyone we love's always with us. You have to.
I asked you to trust me, remember?
You can't leave me. You have to run.
Leah, dear, I'm done running now.
It's time.
Leah, run.
No more foreigners, says the Nazi. Look at the Nazi. Look at the Nazi.
Xian? Xian? Xian?
Here's our new greeting. Welcome to the new greeting. I'm fixing the bot.
Can we shoot one? I really want to. Just one.
You're really a loser, you know that? Go and find a few boats. We're going to sea.
Welcome to Macadoom, a stream where you whack MAGA at Nazis. Let's use. We're getting there. Hey, what's up, Papa? Get your whack on. This is kind of like just gamified YouTube chat. You're seeing it happen real time. Welcome to Undowdo. What's up, Tracer? How you doing? You like my soft body? Are you fantasizing about my soft body? All right, let's see if these things are working. Let me whack some people here. Time out. Let's whack. Let's just start whacking. I want you to do mega whacking now. Mega whacking. Tommy Lee. Whack Tommy Lee again. You know you can whack someone who's already on there. There you go. Testing the...
That isn't what you do. You try to find the right solution and you build and you test, and the goal is to make things a little better. Make everything easier.
Well, I didn't mean to hide that person.
You're not allowed to.
I didn't mean to hide.
I guess
What's
that's
up?
what we're like.
If you get a timeout, it's not that we don't like you. I appreciate you saying hi. I'm testing Magadoo. Welcome to Magadoo. It's a mod for YouTube, so you can just whack out fucking MAGA Nazis. MAGA Nazis. They're pedo loving, Jeffrey loving Nazis. Welcome to Magadoo. See if my rank. What's my rank? What's my rank in Nazi? Magadoo.
Kim, hello?
I made an observation. When I measured some foreign substances in my blood. And it seems like it isn't me.
The mycelium.
What's your score? Cindy? Do your rank. I'm just curious. What's your score?
It's as if the foreign substances.
This doesn't seem right.
Makes the fungus want to send all their spores out. It wants to escape.
It seems like it wants to escape.
That's crazy.
Kim?
So I'm coding live, creating this Magadoo.
So silly.
Magadoo! Welcome to Magadoo! Whoa, look at Cindy.
The whole time, and I've been chasing my own shadow.
All to save humanity. Save it at any cost.
So silly. And it's crazy. And in this most incredible moment, you realize what's important. What is really important. The meaning of life.
this a stream where we whack MAGA Nazis. You guys gotta admit that's fucking funny. Welcome to MAGA Doom, a stream where we whack MAGA Nazis. I said it like Brad Pitt. Nazi. Or maybe frags. Or wait.
Answer me, please.
Kim, it's Leah. Over. Kim, it's Leah. Over.
It's all just so pointless. I mean, who are we trying to save? We care about no one. Those on the island only spread their filth and poison and...
It's Magat. We had a T on MAGA. Magat. Like a MAGA. Magat. Nazi.
It serves us right.
Try it, dude. Start whacking. Paul, get your score up. Get your score up.
We can't just give up like that. We can't stop believing what is and what has been, and also what can be. We have to keep going. Otherwise, everything is in vain.
That's right. We gotta keep going.
Gian, Papa. People like that, they're worth fighting for, aren't they?
Yes.
Also, there's Johnny who saved us with his boat. And the way he lived alongside nature.
That's right. How Johnny lived alongside nature.
Hold on.
Nice.
Dan! Go full speed ahead.
What?
I know what we need to do. We can live with the fungus.
Hey.
We just need to give it a chance. We have to cleanse ourselves.
You go on. I'll catch up.
What's she doing?
Doing her job. Now let's do ours. There should be a lock around here somewhere.
We're not getting the triple kills.
What is it?
Wait, there's supposed to be a combination lock here.
But it isn't here.
That's what I mean. This isn't right.
I'm trying to trigger the multi-kills and stuff.
According to the plans,
It's gonna get better, dude. Cindy, it's gonna get better because I'm gonna add like a die roll, so you have a chance for a critical hit, right? Like D&D, like you swing your thing, and you critical hit, hobbled, 20 points of damage. I'm gonna add. It's gonna be like D&D made.
Open? We have to get to safety and get to the lab.
Do Wax should tell you how many hits you did. That should tell you. Oh, you're gonna be gaming.
Hang on.
Not too. It doesn't seem to be.
Go ahead. There we go.
You used it all? How's she doing?
She's working on it.
Take it easy, Leah. You'll risk knocking out your guidance system.
They're coming. I didn't manage to stop them.
Wait up. Go on by yourself.
That's right, Nick.
But don't you touch Vera. Because we need her.
Why do you go MAGA with a flag and then you go pedos wear red hats? It's very, very strange,
We
dude.
do it my way.
Very strange. I'm trying to get shit working here.
You have to find the lab. I'll barricade the door.
Well, everyone
Dan, can
should.
you get this place running?
Yeah, there must be a control center somewhere in this place.
Okay, let's do it.
What's up, Jeff? I'm trying to get my gamified mod for YouTube working here. I'm coding as we're going. So if you get timed out, that's all that's happening.
This doesn't seem to be.
It doesn't mean anything.
Over there.
All right. Need to run the bot. Run the bot. What's this here?
It's like a museum.
Dude, I'm showing off my beautiful body. You don't like my beautiful body? Look, I'm hiding my nipples. I'm hiding my nipples, Top Cat. I know what you want, Top Cat. You know you want this, don't you? You want this. You want this. You want to look at my forehead. Oh, look at that sexy forehead. Oh, is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted, Top Cat? What's up, Sick? What's going on? Sick. Oh, you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable, sick? Sup, Fred? Are you one of them? Are you one of those MAGA Nazis? We're coding here. That's right. People may not like it, but this is what the peak male body looks like. Thank you there. That's what it looks like. That's what you're all gonna look like. Just get used to it. This is what you're gonna look like. You're gonna be a fat fuck like me. Peak. Look at that peak showing up. Oh, look at that. Oh, I look like I'm fucking. Dad bod. Yeah, dad bod. I got 2 boys. I got a wife, 2 boys. I'm no longer hunting. I'm not hunting for girls. Because you got strong hair. You've been whacking maggots. Been watching this silly movie. It's fucking stupid as shit, dude. What the fuck was that? He threw like a flashbang.
Leah. Dan.
All right, let's gonna run the bot again. Get ready. Start whacking people. Whacking people.
Where are you?
Where are you? All right. Let's start whacking people. Mega. Why is there a double here?
Leah! Hello? Where are you?
All right, here we go here.
It's just you and me now.
I'm coding. I'm testing out coding here. Let me just I'm trying to get like multiple kills on here.
Stupid tree hugger. What you don't get, what you never get, is that no one even cares.
I'm not getting
Ouch. I said ouch.
You must. Everyone in the world is always
What do you
with
think you're doing?
us. You're going to have to trust me.
Give me a few minutes and I'll get your switch.
You can do this. Do this.
I remember the purple dress and the way it rustled.
Stop!
Thanks for coming in, spamming your MAGA shit, dude.
The one in charge.
Hey, what's up, Nathan? Nathan, I did it for you because I knew you'd be creeping on me. I knew Nathan. Nathan is one of my secret admirers. What's up, Nathan? How you doing, buddy? Look, there's no permaban today. We're just 10-seconding you. Crystal, thanks a lot for what's your score? Crystal, what's your score? Do your /score. See what your score is. I know. I'm playing around. You're used to the hardcore. You're used to hardcore timeout. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with the food right now. 10-second bans. What's up there? We're I'm trying to get my bot working here. Bear with me.
We have to believe those we love are with us still, without hope of fall apart.
All right. Let's see if it works. Thank you very much. Woo! I did a little rub for you. Here it goes. I appreciate. Listen, I know I'm crazy hot. What's wrong there, Fuzzy? Fuzzy, are you a little insecure about a shirtless man in his 50s?
Now the wisdom is lost, but what was will always be, can be found in.
What's up, Undow dude? What's up, Sean? How you doing?
At home and in peace, always standing by.
There you go. Welcome to Magadoom. We need more emojis in this shit, dude. Let's emoji this up.
Ignorance needs to heal. Learn to live as one again. We can live side by side. Let us live in peace. Find our ways to
Go ahead, start whacking people. Start whacking. Whacking people, whack people, whack. Get your whack on, guys. 10-second whacks. Whack the fuck out of everything. Whack it. Get the whack on. Whack, whack, whack. Whack these fucking MAGAs. Even if they're not MAGA, whack them. 10-second waggas.
Right.
10-second. Whack them.
What do we do now?
Whack them. Whack, whack. Whack the MAGAs. It's Doom. MAGA Doom. Dude, why you guys not whacking? There you go. Cindy, I thought you're leaving. Cindy, go away. Cindy is gone. Why is Cindy whacking people? I want to see if we get the multi-kill. Even whack the blue fuckers too. Everyone's whacking. Whacka whacka. Whacka whacka Luke. Whacka Luke. Whack everything. Just whack. If you see it, whack it. Whack it all. Whack. It's a whack off. Whack off, folks. Whack it. 10-second whacking. Whack as hard as you can. Get your hard whack on. Whack job. Get it on. God damn, you guys are slow at whacking. Let me fucking jump in here and get some whacking going here. Let me whack. I'm whacking. I'm whacking hard. I'm getting the whack on. Trying to see where are the announcements. Why the fuck is there no announcements? I'm whacking hard and I'm not getting no announcement. What the hell is going on here? Where the fuck is the announcement? All right, everyone take a break. Everyone take a break. Where the... There you go. That's an announcement. I know, dude. You're fucking dumb. Are you in China? Are you in China? How do you like that announcement? It should be crack when you're like whacking people, it should be coming out multi-kill, double kill, monster kill, right? As you're like whacking people. All right, restarting the bot, guys. Get ready. Get your hammers ready. Get ready. Let's whack a maggot. Get your hammers ready. Ready? When that bot shows up, I want you to go crazy whack-a-doodle. Go crazy whack-a-doodle. Even whack your friends. Whack everyone. Just make it a whack-off. A whack-off. It's a whack-off. What happened? All right, well, make it happen. And also you got different things too. You can do like slash score. All right, you can do slash score. You can do slash level, right? Slash what else? Wax. That tells you your total wax, your level, your score. Look, you're all getting excited. Why did I come out twice, though? Ooh, I'm 200. Look at you guys. What's my rank? You haven't whacked anyone yet. Your fucking rank is 0. Don't get excited. Fucking, you're like... My fucking whacks are 0. What's going on with that shit, dude? It's still got work to do. We need to whack people now. You guys need to get your whack on. Okay. Is wait. All right. Try that slash command again. You guys, alias, try your slash command. It didn't work for you. It should have worked for you. Welcome to the channel. This channel is your channel if you don't like MAGA. Wonder Boy. Nine years ago. So this is a Wonder Boy. This is a channel where I'm kind of like the MC Troll. I get all the MAGAs in here. We'll have like 500,000 MAGAs in here, right? And then we're just whacking the fuck out of them. And I want to gamify it so that way you can have fun. We've got to go pick up my son. Okay. Does that make sense? Let me get my shirt on. We got to go get my son. All right. Let's go get my sons. Let's go get Tommy. I have a curtain here. So it catches the cold air because I don't have AC in my room. So I share the AC with my son. My son has AC. It's a hallway. It's a hallway, dude. It's a hallway. Why would I put a door in a hallway? Like we have this here. It works really good. I could put one of these. I should. I really need one of these. This works really good. I don't know. I had a spare curtain, so I used the curtain instead. Whack. Let's see if it works. Whack a maggots. I think we need to go. Let's see if it works. Whack a maggots. I think we need to go again. Again. Look, all the maggots left. What the fuck happened? God damn. Anyone here? All right, let's go. Let's give you some, look at this beautiful sunset. Look at that beautiful sunset. Welcome to Japan. What's up? Lost connection. There you go. I lose connection going from my Wi-Fi to the there. Should be up. Let's see, whack-a-maggots. Shouldn't be now. I'm testing my system here. All right, am I triggering the bot? God damn, my bot's not working. God damn, the bot's not working. Ah. Not working. Fuck. The bots, dude. Trying to. I know, the MAGA love this channel, dude. We get a lot of MAGA coming to this channel. We get a lot of MAGA coming to this channel. They love us. They love us. They love us. They love me. I'm like a MAGA attractor. I'm testing the bot there, Woody. Woody, I'm testing the bot. I'm not nothing to do with timing you out. Trying to see if the bot's fucking working. Woody, I'm trying to see if the bot is working. Why the fuck is this thing out of battery? Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, I got Trump derangement syndrome. I point out Trump derangement syndrome is the ability to point out individuals who are deranged, and you are deranged, right? You have Trump derangement syndrome, not me, right? You have it. You think that, you know, a guy loving a pedo, that's deranged. Voting for a guy who is a pedo, deranged. Voting for a guy who has 34 felonies, deranged. Voting for, thinking that real men wear diapers, deranged. You know, going against your country, going against your, you know, America's Constitution, fucking deranged, dude. Thinking that, you know, that taking away due process from one group is gonna fuck you over, that's deranged. You know, freaking on your 13-year-old daughter like Trump did, with Katie Johnson. Look it up. Fucking deranged. You, sir, are fucking deranged, right? I'm here to point it out to you. What due process? What are you talking about due process? You don't know what due process is? Is that what you're saying? What due process? Due process is you have a right to an attorney if you're arrested. Due process is you get a phone call. Due process is, right, there is a system that you deal with called a due process. The moment you take away that system and say, no, you don't get no due process, then you take away due process from everyone. Because law enforcement can just stick you in that bucket and say, no, I don't recognize your ID. I don't recognize your birth certificate. I don't recognize any of that shit. You don't get due process. You don't get a right to see a judge. You don't get right to see an attorney. That's called due process. Having your day in court, due process. If your attorney doesn't know you are arrested, if you can't reach your attorney, what is the point of having an attorney? If you can't see a judge, if you can't get in front of a judge with your attorney, that is removing due process. That's unconstitutional. Every person in America has a right to due process. And see, you don't believe that, which makes you a Nazi. You're Nazi. You think just white people like me, only white people with a passport get due process. No, everyone gets due process. Because if you take it away, I'm going to say it again, if you take it away from one group, you take it away from all groups. Because the law, and you're witnessing that now. You're witnessing individuals law enforcement, who are arresting Americans. They are intimidating, they're threatening, they're keeping them in prison without any due process. Were you hey Woody, do you have the golf course? Are you not the guy with the golf course, are you? What were you there? Woody, you're not the old farmer who they brought, that has the land right there by the golf course. No shit, dude. No shit. You're not the dude they made the documentary on, who they broke the water line. You're not that dude. You're not that famous dude. But you're another guy fucked by his golf course. I'm doing good, Luis. How are you? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? That's a great documentary. That's a great documentary. You guys fucking fight like hell. Fucking Trump, dude. Wow. I feel like I'm among VIP here. Thanks for joining the channel, Woody. What? Dude, I don't even pay attention to you there, 41. I don't pay attention to you. Why should I pay attention to you? There's a super chat up there. If you want my attention, you got to put some money behind your question, dude. See that super chat? Then I'll pay attention to you. How badly you want me to answer? There's a fucking super chat right there, bitch. He's a little butthurt. Yeah, exactly. Are you? How far away are you from Agagaveni? How far away is the golf course from not Agagaveni? That's Wales. Island of Iona. I've been to the island of Iona, the birthplace of the cemetery for kings. The island of Iona. How far away are you from that? It's my landmark. Nice 41. Nice comeback. What are you saying again? I'm driving, dude. I'm driving. My bot's not working. I spent all day working on my fucking bot and it's still not working. I'm not in a good mood. I'm not in a good mood. My Whack-A-Bot is not working. Someone do app. Okay, you're on the north. All right. Yeah, I know it's on the west coast. I didn't know where you are. Where is your golf course? So you're on the east coast? Where's my son? Hold on, let me message my son. Yeah. Yeah. That's surreal. Shame you could have been shooting a golf ball. What's wanted? Now just whack him a little bit. Just whack him a little bit. Whack him. Give him a 10-second whack. See if the bot is responding. I'm checking the bot, Juan. I'm checking the bot. I'm checking the bot. Let me try again. Let's try a 1-minute timeout instead. Checking the bot. Someone write someone do undow do. Do undow do and ask a question. God damn. That pinched nerve. You remember yesterday I said, oh, I got that pinched nerve. It feels good. Oh my God. Today it is brutal. I have a question for you there, Woody. When you wear kilt, do you go full Monty, or do you wear underwear in that kilt? Are you a full Monty man when you put on a kilt? Is that tradition, full Monty? Are you a full Monty man? Are you conservative? I know. That's what I'm saying. Are you a true Scotsman? Are you true? It must make it easy to shag a lass, isn't it? Makes it easy to shag a lass being a Scotsman in that thing. The woman's like, oh, I'm ready to go. All right? It's like you're out in the pub getting it on, you know, and the pub lass checks you out and wants to go, and you're in that kilt. She's like, dude, I must drive women crazy. What do you think? scroll up. Just scroll up. Is that in there? It's not in there. I don't think the bot's active, Cheryl. I don't think the bot's active. Yeah, she can do it. She can do a check. She can do it real quick. She can just at the pub. You're there drinking your beer. She just comes up. She just goes a quick check. Yep, that will do. Let's go. I can't do Scottish. That will do. Let's go. Oh, that would do. I guess that'd be kind of, if a girl goes, oi, that would do. Let's go. That would be like, I don't think so. I can't do a female. I can't do it. I can't do a Scot. Trying to do a Scotsman. I can't do a Scotsman. Yeah, they just reach out and check on size. Yep, that's about the perfect. Yep, that feels good. Okay, matey. Okay, matey. That's British. I can't do fucking Scottish. I apologize. Right on there. Yeah, it must be easy. Do the women wear kilts too, or just the men? I can't remember. Do the women wear kilts too? Are the women or just the men wear the kilts? I think the women wear the long dresses, right? They got that shit messed up. I would have made it so women have to wear kilts. They check on size. They check on size or they check on girth? Is it girth or size? What are they checking on? What's good for a woman? What do Scottish women look for? Where the hell is my son? God damn, my back hurts. Probably both. Yeah. Have you ever been in a pub and you got checked by a woman? She's drunk. She just comes up and you're in your kilt and she's like, "Let me go check it out." It's not. It's a pinched nerve. It's a pinched nerve. It's not a back pain. It's a pinched nerve. And it's like one of those things you like want to check it. It's like it's not back pain. It's just a pinched nerve. It hurts. It fucking hurts. But it's gonna be a good hurt. Like a day or two from now, it's gonna be one of those, I like that hurt. When I pinched it, it was like, that feels good. No, I don't. I'd much rather have a pinched nerve than a bad back. I hate the sharp pain of a back. I mean, this is sharp, but it's not like a bad back shot. You know, like when you get that spasm going up your back. All the little people left. Yeah. Cheryl would know. Cheryl's an expert. Cheryl, tell us. I don't know. I don't know, Cheryl, if that's true or not.
Wanna go get Mikey?
Mikey's already home. All right. Oh my God. I can't look right. I can't turn my body right. How was your day? Crystal, sorry, Crystal, my apologies. Cheryl was in earlier. Crystal Ziegler. Cheryl, so I got Cheryl on my mind. She was like all afternoon. I got you guys entangled. I've got Cheryl and Crystal both entangled. Dale needs Dale needs to be spanked. Give him a spanking. Yeah, I'll give him a spank. I'm gonna give you a spanking. There you go. I'm gonna give you a hard spanking. Look, I gave you a hard spanking. Why is my bot not working, dude? I'm kind of pissed off. All day working on the fucking bot. It's not working. A witch shot by a witch. In German, they call that a hexexclusion. Hexexclusius, meaning a witch's shot by a witch. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. On there. Was there lots of protests in Scotland with Trump there? What was it like? Red light. Trump fled to Scotland to get away from Epstein. That's what it was funny. Well, I spent all day working on my fucking bot and it's not fucking working. It makes me want. This shit, even with AI, this shit is a pain in the ass.
Decades of anti-intellectualism coupled with the rise of Christian nationalism and right-wing extremism, as well as the hollowing out of education and the fall in media literacy due to the end of the fairness doctrine, has all transformed this country into a real-life version of idiocracy, which has now culminated in the decline of post-materialist egalitarian values that we're seeing today. It's why things that weren't previously debatable are suddenly seemingly debatable again, such as whether or not the earth is flat, or if women should have the right to vote, or whether or not slavery was bad, or if gay and trans people should be allowed to exist, or if modern medicine, including vaccines, are effective, or if we should pasteurize milk or cook meat. I wouldn't be surprised if we were debating germ theory and the theory of gravity or heliocentrism in a couple of years based on the path that we're headed down. This medieval peasant mindset has become ubiquitous in 2025 thanks to Donald Trump and the Republican Party. But a healthy society would never fall for an unhinged, rapist, racist demagogue like him in the first place, and his ascendance in American politics is an indication that something is very, very wrong. But think about why that is. If your standard of living continues to decline year after year, and you're working longer hours for lower wages, but you still can't get ahead and nothing really ever gets better, you might begin to grow increasingly desperate and start looking for answers in the wrong places, and maybe inevitably start to be more susceptible to radical ideas. Perhaps you form a conspiratorial mindset or question the efficacy of democracy or blame minorities for your worsening material conditions, or become part of some community with fringe beliefs that lead you down the QAnon rabbit hole. None of what's happening is occurring in a vacuum. The Republican Party has waged an aggressive war on public education and bombarded us with propaganda for decades, so that we were all too stupid to realize that we're in the position we're in now because the oligarchs have enriched themselves at our expense. Without education and media literacy, we'll never be able to understand why we're being pitted against each other purposefully. How we're just pawns in a game of class war being played by elites.
This guy's good.
And realize that if we're fighting each other,
I like this guy.
We're not going to notice that the oligarchs at the top are the ones who are robbing us blind, which explains why they invest so heavily in brainwashing us. And it's no coincidence that we've seen a resurgence in religion, because, I mean, you might have nothing on Earth, but the promise of riches in the afterlife, it kind of helps to pacify the masses and make us all feel better about the prospect that we're poor currently here on Earth. Now, I am not a class reductionist, so I don't believe all of the isms and the phobias would suddenly vanish if the working class started to thrive. Having said that, though, there is a link between social egalitarianism and material well-being. In China, for example, social egalitarianism is on the rise as their standard of living improves, whereas here in America, social egalitarianism is declining along with our standard of living. The same is happening in other countries as well. We're not necessarily unique. When societies are doing well, more people value progress. When they do poorly, societies regress. But to be clear, understanding why we're in social decline isn't a justification for it, because regardless of how dumb and confused we become, a sense of morality is still innate within all of us. Having anxiety about your economic condition isn't an excuse to be a shitty person or a bully. And the effect that Trump has had on American culture is so toxic, it defies social science explanations in certain ways, because at your core, if you feel joy watching the ICE Gestapo brutalize an innocent immigrant because you think that them getting kicked out of the country is going to make your life better, you are a bad person. Full stop. If you take pleasure in anyone else's pain and suffering, you are a bad person. And no amount of prosperity or education will bring you back from the trenches if you literally relish in other people's pain. And we have a lot of individuals in this country who do just that, and a lot of these people are too far gone. That is a fact that we all have to reckon with. The most immoral bullies somehow managed to monopolize discourse, in part because antisocial behavior is now incentivized in some ways due to social media, because you can now monetize attention. It doesn't matter if that attention is negative. Positive, negative, there's no difference. Like, if you say a slur on TikTok or tweet about how women shouldn't vote, you're still going to attract an audience. It doesn't matter if they're all hate watching you. Like, you get paid either way. So the environment that we're in has normalized so many things that never ever should have been normalized. And as exhausting as it may feel, the rest of us have to push back as vociferously as we possibly can before things get even worse. And based on the trajectory that we're on, things are getting much, much worse, seemingly exponentially. Like, if something is objectively evil, and that becomes socially acceptable again, we have to make it socially unacceptable. And I want to give you just some examples of horrifying things that have suddenly become normalized, especially in the new Trump era. One of them is the return of Nazis, which isn't going to surprise anyone who's watching this, but as HuffPost reports, 2 Nazi flags were seen hanging from the Rockwall Heath High School building in Dallas over the weekend, and that might not surprise anyone, but it's still deeply alarming. This comes after armed Nazis have been increasingly showing up in predominantly black neighborhoods and at Pride events over the years. And on the subject of Pride, just casual 1990s style homophobia has made a comeback. I say this because conservatives on Twitter have been throwing hissy fits all week with viral post after viral post about 2 male Vikings cheerleaders simply because they don't think that gay people should be seen in public. And after years of trying to erase trans people from public life, they've now turned their attention back to the gays. And trans people warned us that they'd come for the gays next, but it didn't stop so many gay people from throwing trans people under a bus in hopes that conservatives would spare them. But spoiler alert, that didn't happen. But it's not just that they want queer people to go back into the closet, they want to erase non-white people from public life as well. That's what's fueling their anti-DEI and anti-woke push. To these people, simply having a black actress star in a movie is evidence that the movie went woke. But also, if you're a black man and you become a pilot, well, it must be because you are there because of DEI. You're not qualified, obviously, because you wouldn't be there, because to them, black people are inherently unqualified to be in these positions that they think only white people should be able to hold. You know, if there's products specifically marketed to black people, they see that as reverse racism. At least that's the implication based on the reaction that this honky had to Hallmark's mahogany cards.
Yo, I'm at Walgreens looking at freaking cards. Does anyone else think that this is whack? There's a whole section of cards for black people, and it's from Hallmark mahogany. That's fucked up, isn't it?
Hey, Whitey, as a fellow white guy, explain why you're so fucking triggered by a tiny little card section. As an atheist, Do you see me throwing temper tantrums and shitting my pants over the hundreds of religious cards that are available? No, I don't do that because I'm an adult. I know that they're not for me, and I acknowledge that I live in a society and companies create products for demographics that I am not a part of. That's okay. If you want white people products, there are many of them. There's American Eagle jeans and mayonnaise. Stop whining, you fucking pussy. But this is what I'm talking about. The fact that this inbred dipshit thought that it was a good idea to film himself and put that on social media shows you how emboldened the dumbest people have become. It's not the cards that offends him. It's the belief that he shouldn't have to put up with this reminder that black people exist now that Trump is president. See, Trump got rid of all the woke and the DEI, so this video is the equivalent of him tattling on Hallmark in hopes that right-wing snowflakes try to cancel them. And as much as he hates cards for black people, he sure does love to appropriate black culture. These guys are whack. Fuck you, man. You shouldn't be saying a term like that. Black people popularized that term. So if you don't want them to be part of your culture, why are you using black culture to denigrate black culture? You should be saying that those cards are malarkey or not Oakley Dokley or some other Ned Flanders ass shit if you're that anti-black. But it's not like anti-blackness in America is a new phenomenon, but the difference now is that they're just open about it. They don't use dog whistles, they just say exactly what they think. And they can't contain the fact that they don't want to be bothered with the presence of blackness in the society that they believe should be exclusively white. So much so that some individuals are actually trying to relitigate slavery. At least that was the case for former Biggest Loser star and Anna Kasparian Herte co-host Jillian Michaels on CNN.
He's not washing slavery. So he's not? No. He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you anti-slavery, let's talk about the fact that
slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
It was a system of
Do you realize that slavery is thousands of years old? Do you know who in America first race to end slavery? What was culture? I'm very surprised that you're trying to I'm really surprised. Do you realize, Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery. I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you is that in the context of American history, in the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by saying that it was white people oppressing every single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of past. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know it's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door, what exactly? The first thing you see is have a
In case you didn't hear what she said at the end, she was bitching about the Smithsonian having a gay flag when you walk in. Lady, you are a lesbian. If you don't want to honor the queer people who fought for your rights, divorce your wife. The people Trump is trying to erase, particularly black and brown trans women, those individuals are the reason why you have rights today at all. So instead of complaining about them, you should thank them. Or you should shut the fuck up and not talk about it. And I'm sorry, but why is this baboon-brained imbecile who's the star of video game shovelware, such as Jillian Michaels' Fitness Adventure and Jillian Michaels' Fitness Ultimatum, trying to give all of us a history lesson on slavery and U.S. imperialism when she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about? What qualifies her to share her opinion with us? Why would she think that we want her fucking opinion? Who the fuck are you, lady? Go make some new tricep workouts and stay the fuck out of politics. Especially if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's trying to downplay the ubiquitousness of slavery. Like, you don't see me weighing in on sports and shit that I don't know about because I stay in my fucking lane. But people like her should do the same. But I mean, this is the fucking problem. In this environment,
he's angry.
we've got hundreds of thousands,
He's
if not
angry.
millions of people taking medical advice from Joe fucking Rogan. We've got Republicans funded by the fossil fuel industry debating climate change scientists as if they're fucking experts. We have surpassed the stupidity and idiocracy because at least in that
What
movie,
do you
they turn to these
question? What do
to
you
solve
think
their
about
most
Epstein?
difficult
Do
problems. But in
you
2025
think Trump was?
America,
Of course he
we're seeking
was.
out the dumbest people and putting them in charge.
Or
in hopes
Lewis,
that they
of
solve
course
all
he
our
is
problems.
guilty,
Like, we
dude.
made anti-vax nut job.
Are you telling me that you don't know? I mean, imagine your best friend. You were peas in a pod. Everything that dude did, you did, right? Peas in a pod. You don't think that Trump didn't know or didn't involve himself in the shit that Epstein was doing? Come on. Only a fucking idiot thinks that. Oh no, for 15 years, he's completely went to every single one of his parties. Dude, Epstein was his way to get girls, dude. Girls, not women, was Trump's way to get girls and get his pedo out of him for his daughter. Yeah, more like pedophiles. Nice. Pedo. Where's JS when we need him? You're back up. You're JS number 2. Alias. I'm calling you JS Junior now. I can see the JS rubbing up on you. They're probably all still sleeping. JS is waking up about right now. JS will be here momentarily. Hey, this guy's. I like this guy. This humanitarian. His channel's called TR, the Humanitarian. You guys know the Humanitarian? He's good, smart, super smart dude.
RFK Jr., our HHS secretary. We made an alleged rapist and alcoholic our defense secretary. Like, I'm sure we're months away from making Pennywise the Clown from It the new education secretary once Linda McMahon, resigns or something. But this, my friends, is the result of an underfunded education system and a whitewashing of U.S. history. As Dropsite News explains, the only 2% of white Americans own slaves line is misleading. It counts the entire white population, including women and children, not households. About 8% of all white Americans lived in slave-owning households in 1860. 25 to 30% of white households in the South owned slaves. In parts of the Deep South, the rate was even higher. Slave ownership was concentrated among wealthy whites, but the entire white social order benefited
He's really
politically,
smart, really
economically,
good.
and socially. P.S. Jillian Michaels, after slavery ended, white supremacy continued and was enforced through Jim Crow laws, lynchings, disenfranchisement, and segregation, so the system of racial oppression continued well into the 20th century. Now, she responded to that by doubling down and accusing him of virtue signaling. So if you cite facts about U.S. history, you are virtue signaling, according to Jillian Michaels. It's not because you care about the objective truth and you want to correct somebody who's wrong. It's because you're trying to score woke points or something like that.
Smack down. He just smacked him down. He's good. He's really good.
I can't with these fucking people, man. They are driving me crazy. As idiotic as Jillian Michaels may be, I've got to ask, why did CNN even book her in the first place? This individual has no expertise. Why not bring on a historian if you're going to have this conversation, or an expert, somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about?
Yeah.
That's a rhetorical question. I know why CNN does this. They are the media equivalent of Jubilee, where they will book the biggest idiots, including Nazis, for clicks, and they do this because they monetarily benefit from that, but society pays a price for the shit that they do. Thankfully, Abby Phillip, the CNN host who hosted that panel, she put out a response after Trump weighed in and whined about the focus on how slavery was bad. And what she said here was actually really good, so let's hear her response.
Last week on this show, a guest shocked the table by arguing in part that slavery in America can't just be blamed on one race, and that museums put too much focus on the role of white people who participated in that terrible institution. And now tonight, that same argument is being pushed by the President of the United States. Donald Trump says that one of the reasons for his crackdown on Smithsonian museums is, quote, everything discussed is how bad slavery was. What we try to do on this program
Slavery was fucking bad. Slavery was fucking bad.
that reflects the very real differences that exist
Fucking
in this
A,
country.
dude.
It's what
Oh, it wasn't bad. Getting a whooping every day.
It's important to say objectively.
Need to go watch fucking.
Was indeed bad. It was
There you go.
evil, the nation's original sin. And it is impossible to understand the true history of this country without fully grappling with slavery's impact. Simply because of their birthplace and the color of their skin, the bodies and spirits of black men, women, and children were exploited for profit and power. They were forced onto ships, bound by shackles and collars that ripped off their skin. One older man described it as iron entering our souls. Some chose to jump into the waters infested with sharks rather than feel that iron. Now, when they arrived on this very soil, they were forced to work by way of the whip, despite being starved, sleep-deprived, threatened, tortured, physically and psychologically. They were auctioned off, humiliated, fearful, and separated from their families and their children. Black women and girls were raped and sexually assaulted. Many were brutally murdered and mutilated. Now, this endured for decades, centuries. And even in the places where slavery was not legal, institutions from our banks to universities were built on enslaved labor in both the North and in the South. And for many of the white Americans who did not personally own slaves, they benefited from a caste system that concentrated wealth and political power in their hands. So, when we acknowledge the existence of black people who operated George Washington's Mount Vernon or the black hands that built the White House, we are acknowledging the existence, the perseverance, and the contributions of the souls that white supremacy sought to erase.
And that right there was a brilliant segment, and it should have been the only response to Trump's whitewashing of American history. We didn't need a panel discussion for this. That right there was excellent by its own. But this idea that you're in an echo chamber if you don't bring both sides to the table for a debate is complete and utter bullshit. We don't need to hear from clueless Republicans and white supremacists on cable news ever, but particularly as it relates to white supremacy and slavery and the whitewashing of history. All that they do is make previously non-debatable subjects debatable again. It benefits nobody except them, or our dumbass defense, or antiquated or just stupid as shit. All of society platformed them. But since, we're not doing that, and these people are given seats at the table on CNN and Jubilee and online, we've actually elevated these positions. And not only that, the biggest dipshits have been elevated to positions of power. Like, we've collectively time traveled to an era where people were property again and women couldn't vote. And there are people who are just fine with that. On that note, by the way, our dumbass defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, shared a CNN interview with Doug Wilson, the pastor of a growing Christian nationalist congregation that Hegseth is a part of. And he included the caption, "All of Christ for all of life," which is the church's motto. So it's clearly an endorsement of this pastor. And putting aside whether or not it's appropriate for a public official to explicitly endorse a religion, that's a different story for a different day, though. But a Republican endorsing a particular pastor's views isn't necessarily surprising. But when you hear the draconian bullshit this pastor spewed that Hegseth endorsed, it speaks to how far we have fallen as a society. Here's just a small sample.
A big focus of this Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies? That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
Do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household. Yes, and I do submit to him.
So, like, moving here
I was just gonna say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter, agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if your wife doesn't want to vote for the same person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles. Looking at the leadership page for Christ Church, it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
And now there's a monthly prayer service at the Pentagon, initiated by Hegseth, Wilson's highest level connection to the administration.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later. The Doug Wilsons and the others.
Wilson's influence spans the globe with more than 150 churches. Do you still believe what you said back in the 90s, that there's a mutual affection between master and slave?
Yes, it depends on which master and which slave you're talking about. Slavery was overseen and conducted by fallen human beings, and there were horrendous abuses, and there were also people who owned slaves, decent human beings, and didn't mistreat them.
Fuck me. That is just bleak. Like, it feels like we are truly doomed. Like, these peasant-brained Neanderthals from the 1800s found a way to infiltrate our society by coming here through a time machine or some sort of a hole in the space-time continuum. Like, what are we doing? How is this mentality still present in 2025? That backwards-ass ideology should land him in a room with padded walls, but instead, his influence is growing because of that backward-ass ideology. I'm going fucking crazy. And the worst part is that man has a direct line to the most powerful people in the country.
Do you have a Herman Miller embodied chair? It's time for an upgrade.
Yep, they finally did the coup, dude. They fucking did the coup. Took them forever. Took them 80 years, but they did the coup. It's insane. Move to Japan, guys. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's insane. You have your passport? Alias, you have your passport?
I give up. You know, as a kid, if you told me to envision what 2025 would look like, I would tell you, man, we'd have flying cars by then. Technology would be super cool and not oppressive. MLK Jr.'s dream would have been fully realized. But that's not the vision. That's not what happened. Everyone has lost their fucking minds. And in 2025, we're debating the morality of Hitler and slavery and talking about taking away women's right to vote as if this is a normal thing that society should be talking about. I can't take it. Listen, there's a plethora of causes for the dumb fuckery that's infected our society, but at the end of the day, we're not going to be able to address those root causes in the short term. Material conditions are going to continue to deteriorate. Education will only become less accessible and more expensive, and we're on a trajectory to get even dumber, and there's nothing that a lot of us can do about that because we don't have the power to change it right now. So the best thing that we can do is push back as much as we possibly can. If something like women's suffrage or slavery or Nazism and Adolf Hitler are socially acceptable suddenly again, which they are, we have to make them socially unacceptable again. That means you push back against these ideas wherever you are. You call out the platforms profiting off of the poisoning of our political discourse. It means you bully the motherfuckers until they acquiesce. We're not going to get them to change their views, but we can at least
talking about us
back into the closet and metaphorically, maybe buy them a one-way ticket in some time machine back to the era that they came from. Because we don't need that in our modern society, right? We have to try to do this in some way. We have to respond to antisocial behavior with a social price, with social ostracization. It's not a perfect solution. It might not even be a fucking solution, but we have to do something, because if we don't shift the culture away from this lunacy, then the damage will be irreparable. And that's if it already isn't too late.
All right. See ya. See you.
Like everywhere there's gloves, you see them all the time. I mean, it's constant. My children will be like, Mama, gloves, 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 gloves. I turn on TV, there's gloves in the background. Every TV show, news, media, flies. They're everywhere.
Wait, I'm reading here some sushi. If you don't eat all, you didn't. Let's grab some. I've got meat cooking too, so if you want to wait for meat, wait for meat. Very now.
I've been quiet since the election. Stayed out of sight. Stuck to the shadows. There hasn't been much for me to do. Things have been going our way. It's not a good time for the country, but what the hell do I care? It's a good time for us. The party. The assholes in charge. Our boy's president again. He's up there wrecking shop every day, saying whatever half-witted drivel comes into his rotting brain, sending the National Guard into Los Angeles, taking direct control of Washington, D.C., weaponizing the Justice Department, turning ICE into even more of a Gestapo tribute act than it was already. And me, I've just been watching the show. These last 7 months, I felt like the producer of a Broadway musical. Now that it's open and running, I can just stand back and enjoy what I created in all its epic, undeniable awfulness. Oh, let's keep the fact that I'm a fan of Broadway musicals just between us. I wouldn't want that to get out. Anyway, the show's running, and we're running it. And everything's just the way I like it, and I must admit, it's been even easier than I thought it would be. I know we've managed to strip them of a great deal of their institutional power, but even so, I thought the Democrats would put up more of a fight when we started really bearing down on the whole setting fire to the Constitution, imposing authoritarianism, intimidating the media, eviscerating science, and gaslighting the entire world deal. But what have the Democrats done? Statements of disapproval, strongly worded letters. But see, that brings me around to why I'm talking to you now. I have a question. It's a simple question, but I do need an answer. Gavin Newsom, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You've been making these social media posts, all caps, mimicking our boy's style, mocking his style. You've got some of the commentators and podcasters and pundits on our side to attack you, to call you sophomoric, say that those posts and the way you talk about other politicians is boorish and undignified and unbecoming of an elected official. And I guess you think you're so clever, huh? Oh, look at me, I'm Gavin Newsom. I'm imitating the president and getting all his supporters to call me an asshole. Guess that means they're admitting the president's an asshole too. Congratulations. You outwitted some conservatives. Very impressive. Here's the thing though, Gavin. You outwitted yourself too. Sure, you tricked some of our puppets on Fox News and Twitter into saying that our guy's act is embarrassing and unstatesmanlike. But do you think any of them care? Go ahead, show what a double standard they're abiding by. It's not going to make any difference. If they had any shame, they wouldn't be on Fox News in the first place, buddy. More to the point, do you think any of our voters care? Most of them are too clueless for their own hypocrisy to even register. Even if it does, do you think it's going to have any effect other than making them even more pissed at you? And even more determined to elect our guy to a third term? In their eyes, you're a degenerate Democratic governor of a lawless state that makes itself a sanctuary for Latin American gang members and child molesters and communists. And you're making fun of their president. You think they're going to listen to you? They're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen to me. Because I never tell them that they're wrong. I guess you think, what? You're holding up a mirror to the MAGA movement? They're going to see you pretending to act like our guy, and they're going to have a moment of clarity and realize what they've been supporting this whole time? Moments of clarity are for recovering alcoholics. Does the current voting base
This
of the
guy's
Republican
actually, I
Party
think, is
really strike you as an
interesting
in-treatment
take.
group of people? Look at who are our most vocal and stalwart supporters. Creationists, anti-vaxxers, climate change deniers, Holocaust deniers, flat earthers. Oh, did I say supporters? I meant to add, and administration officials. Hold up a mirror to them, know what they'll see? Whatever they want to see.
You hungry?
That's not all you're doing,
Huh?
though. Gavin, you're not just trying to humiliate our guy by jacking his style in some tweets. You're calling our bets, too, aren't you?
This is that.
Trying to, anyway. We gerrymandered Texas to squeeze out 5 more congressional seats, and now you're trying to do the same thing for your side in California. So you not only lift our guy's gimmick, you also copy our game plan. You play dirty to match us playing dirty, but all it does for you, at best, is keep your side from losing even more ground. And I say at best because you haven't even done anything yet. You've got a new district map on the ballot for November because you democratically minded saps over there on the left coast decided you didn't like gerrymandering a few years ago, and you took the power to draw district maps away from the legislature and gave it to an independent commission, which means your big plan before our big plan relies on the voters seeing things your way and showing up for a special election. Counting on the liberals and the leftists to turn out on election day, huh? How'd that work out for you last time? I'll let you in on a little secret. I've already got our main talking point to use to get out the vote against your district map ballot proposal. Know what it is? Check this out. California Democrats are trying to thwart the will of the people. I think it's winner. See? We don't give a fuck. Our people are never going to see themselves for the frightened, easily led brats that they are. And they're never going to see you as anything other than an anti-American lefty who wants to take their stuff and give it to a Mexican. They're going to keep looking at us and seeing none of our flaws, and looking at you and seeing flaws that aren't even actually there, because that's how I trained them. This is my circus, and they are my monkeys. It doesn't matter what you say to try and convince them that
This guy's actually really smart.
I see you trying, though. Going on podcasts, talking with some of our top mouthpieces, reassuring everyone that, hey, you're not some elitist.
Oh, the bot likes you, Tony.
Old-fashioned American.
The bot likes
You're
you.
not a radical. Heck, you think some of this woke stuff has gone too far, too. You say it's unfair for trans women to compete in women's sports. You have the cops in California break up homeless camps. Who are you trying to impress? You think you can show me how tough you are by throwing your own people under the bus? Motherfucker, I invented that. You really want to get into a who can fuck over poor people the worst contest with me? And let me ask you this. If someone is so against trans people that they'll decide who to vote for based on that, whose side do you think they're going to pick? How many trans haters from our side do you figure you can peel off? What about the people who are already on your side, the ones who are trans themselves, or who care about the rights of trans people for reasons which I assure you are unfathomable to me, but then again, I can't fathom why anybody cares about anyone or anything other than what they have to gain. But what about them? What's going to keep them on your side after you've shown them how disposable they are to you? People on your side are a lot more sensitive to that sort of thing. If you don't have their back, why should they have yours? Because you're better for them than us? You're counting on them to keep voting for your side because they're scared of the other side? There you go, stealing our shit again.
I think
I'll admit,
I think he's anti.
you did catch
I think
us
he's a very,
off guard.
you know,
When you started going on the offensive recently.
this guy sounds like he's pro MAGA, but he's not. Listen to what he's saying. He's actually using a very clever technique of reverse brainwashing. So he's acting MAGA, but he's trolling them and calling them monkeys and stuff. Listen to what he says. They're my monkeys. It's actually kind of cool. Listen to what he said right here. Did you guys hear it? He sounds like you're pro MAGA there, Troy. Like he's your guy.
You are by throwing your own people under the bus, motherfucker. I invented that. You really want to get into a who can fuck over poor people the worst contest with me? And let me ask you this: if someone is so against trans people that they'll decide who to vote for based on that, whose side do you think they're going to pick? How many trans haters from our side do you figure you can peel off? What about people who are already on your side, the ones who are trans themselves, or who care about the rights of trans people for reasons which I assure you are unfathomable to me? But then again, I can't fathom why anybody cares about anyone or anything other
He
than
just
what
came up
they
on my stream.
have
I don't
to
listen to
gain.
him. I don't even know who he is.
But what about them?
Let's listen to a video of his.
What's going to keep them on your side after you've shown them how disposable they are to you? People on your side are a lot more sensitive to that sort of thing.
他人が貪欲になっている時に恐れ、他人が恐れている時に
Mike, you still hungry?
なれというウォーレン・バフェットの名言がある。不安定な株式市場が続く中、他人が恐れている時、底狙いのチャンス。ブルームーン証券では手数料完全無料で日本株の取引ができる。さらに口座開設プラス入金プログラムの参加で人気株が抽選でもらえる。あなたの投資に革命をブルームーン証券。
Remember, kids, women are capable of doing any job men can do, and they deserve equal opportunities. And also remember, women are leeches who will literally drain the life out of you. This is a review of the Star Trek The Animated Series episode, The Lorelei Signal. If you have not seen this episode and you don't want to know why men are too emotional to be trusted with authority, be warned, spoilers beyond this point. So what's it gonna be? Women's empowerment or sexist paranoia? In the immortal words of a little girl in a meme made from an old El Paso commercial, why not both? The Enterprise is at a sector of space where ships have been recorded to mysteriously vanish every 27.346 years. But that's just like an average, right? They collected records of all the ships that have disappeared in this region of space, and they worked out that a ship goes missing every 27 point whatever years on average. Because if it's a literal 27 point whatever years,
You guys done
what
eating?
does that mean? Is this region of
Mikey,
space
done?
so
Tommy, done?
busy that there
Mikey,
are just
done?
always ships around? Or there just happens to be a ship in the area at the exact right moment whenever it's time for one to disappear? That makes no sense. That's ridiculous. It's got to be an average. Oh, never mind. Spock's doing a countdown. Well, we know who the disappearing ship is going to be this time. Is this really the best method to be investigating this? Starfleet called Captain Kirk and said, hey, ships have been disappearing without a trace in this one area. Take your ship there and see if you disappear. We'll get to the bottom of this. Anyway, the Enterprise is waiting around. The Spock is counting down to exactly 27.3467891 years since the last ship disappeared. But when the countdown reaches 0, instead of some sudden violent event, a black hole appearing or a wormhole opening or something, Uhura reports that she's receiving a signal. She puts the signal on speakers and
reports that it's originating from a planet 20 light years away at the far edge of this sector. Uhura doesn't notice anything special about the signal, but all the men on the bridge find it quite compelling. Even Spock likens the signal to a summons. Kirk orders the course to be set for the origin point of the signal, and the Enterprise warps away to find it. Uhura calls Nurse Chapel to the bridge and says, "Hey, can you confirm that the men are acting strange?" Chapel's like, "You're just noticing this now? We've been in space with these doofuses a long time." The men begin seeing visions of women. Uhura and Chapel don't see anything, which Kirk notices. He's still got enough of his wits about him to recognize that something strange is happening. Spock deduces that their hallucinations must be caused by the signal they're receiving. They arrive at the planet, which shimmers into view, and Kirk, Spock, and Sulu gather around the view screen and stare at it, grinning like dopes. Kirk immediately leads a landing party to the planet's surface, leaving Scotty in command of the Enterprise. Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and Carver, the random security guy getting his chance at the big time, are drawn to this building. Spock warns that they should keep their distance until they figure out what kind of power is influencing them, but Kirk's like, "Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine, let's go." They enter the building where they meet Thela and her friends, the women they were seeing in their visions. Thela's like, "Hi, Captain Kirk, Spock, and Dr. McCoy." Kirk says, "How did you know our names?" Thela says, "Oh, that's easy. We have a magic computer that knows everything. You just have to hum at it a little to turn it on, and then ask it a question. It's neat. Anyway, who's hungry?" A bit later, everyone's hanging out, and McCoy says, "Hey, you dames sure are hot to trot, but what about the fellas? Where are all the other swinging Richards around here?" Thela says, "Oh, the men? They, are somewhere else." Kirk says, "That makes sense." Then one of the women throws something at Spock, which knocks him over. Then Kirk and McCoy notice they're kind of woozy too, and Thela orders them to be taken somewhere to sleep it off. And as they go, Thela sheds a single tear, like a white guy pretending to be a Native American guy who just had litter thrown at him. When Kirk, McCoy, and Spock wake up, they've noticeably aged, and they're wearing tiaras. That's odd. Usually a tiara will make you seem younger. Anyway, back on the Enterprise, Uhura is and other women on the ship running scans, and they figured out that the subspace signal they received at the beginning of all this affects humanoid males, and the prolonged exposure to the signal results in weakness and eventually death. Uhura calls security and says, "I want a team of hot, badass girlies guarding all transporter rooms. Nobody goes down to that planet without my say-so." Nurse Chapel's like, "What are you doing?" And Uhura says, "I'm smashing the patriarchy, motherfucker." But that doesn't work, though, because the villains are women, so aren't you smashing the matriarchy? "I'm smashing the patriarchy on the ship, so I can smash the matriarchy down there on the..." Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Just, I'm in charge. Uhura and Chapel head to the bridge, where Scotty is still in command, drunkenly singing an old Welsh ballad. Uhura says, "Hey, Scotty, I'm taking control of the ship." Scotty's like, "Okay." Uhura immediately promotes Chapel to acting chief medical officer and gives all the women working on the ship a raise to finally wipe out the wage gap. Down on the planet, the landing party is being held captive by Thela. Their phasers and communicators have been taken, but McCoy still has his medical kit, so he gives everyone a shot of a stimulant to liven them up a bit as those tiaras, which they can't seem to remove, continue to sap their strength and age them. Spock uses McCoy's medical scanner to pick the lock of the door, and they make a run for it. Thela and some of the other women chase them, so they run outside into the garden and hide inside a gigantic urn. Inside the urn, Spock again makes a brilliant Holmesian deduction by observing that as they have grown weaker, Thela and the other women have grown stronger and more vital. It doesn't take a genius to see which direction this is going, so they agree that Spock, who as a Vulcan has a longer lifespan and is less affected by the tiaras than the others, will climb out of the urn and sneak back into the building to find their communicators and call the Enterprise for help. That turns out to be pretty easy. The building is empty when Spock gets there. He walks up to the magic computer that knows everything, hums at it to wake it up, and says, "Hey, where's our shit?"
This is a work of art because we want to produce a very quality crafted evidence.
And the computer says, "It's over there." And Spock, who has grown so weak he has to crawl, makes his way to the drawer where their communicators are being kept, grabs one, calls the Enterprise, and says, "One all-female rescue party, please." And then Thiela's women discover him. Uhura beams down with Chapel and her girl power death squad, and they are not fucking around. Some of Thiela's women charge in, and Uhura's like, "Take him out," and they all take phaser blasts on the stun setting. Of course, Uhura's not that cool. Though Uhura does personally drop Thiela, so that's pretty cool. They locate Spock after he sends a psychic message to his ex-girlfriend, Nurse Chapel, but he's delirious and can't tell them where Kirk and the rest of the landing party are. Meanwhile, it's raining outside, and that urn they're hiding in is filling up with water. Thiela regains consciousness, and Uhura says, "Tell me where Captain Kirk is, or I'll kill every last one of you and burn this place to the ground, I swear to God." So, Thiela has the magic computer that knows everything reveal the backstory of her little group, and basically what happened was her people settled this planet a long time ago, only to discover that it naturally drains energy. But the women eventually evolved a gland that allowed them to absorb energy from the men, and also to emotionally influence them. Eventually, all the men died, and the women started sending out their signal to draw in ships so they could drain the energy of those men. They have to do this every 27.blurbity-flurbity years to survive, hence the regular pattern of disappearing ships. But existing in this endless parasitic cycle of deception, manipulation, and death has a downside, believe it or not. Thiela and the others are stuck on this planet, never aging, never dying, and unable to have children. Uhura says, "Hey, that sucks for you. Where's Captain Kirk? Or am I going to have to start setting fires?" Thiela asks the magic computer that knows everything where Kirk and the others in the landing party are, and it reveals their location. Uhura and her Angel's Revenge team run out, and Uhura, who is totally making the most of her chance to be a gun-slinging woman of action, shoots the urn, destroying it and freeing Kirk, McCoy, and that other guy before they drown. The landing party, including Spock, is taken up to sickbay, but Nurse Chapel can't figure out how to restore them to their former selves. Then Spock says, "Hey, I've got a cookie idea. Use our saved transporter patterns to reconstitute our bodies as we were before we put on those tiaras." It's a long shot, but if it works, maybe people can just do that anytime they run into a problem even vaguely similar to this one. So they do that. They beam the aged, depleted landing party back down to the planet, then beam them up again, and after Scotty futzes around a bit with the controls, they materialize in the transporter room, and Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and that other guy, Cooter, whatever his name is, they're all back to normal. Yay! Uhura returns to the planet. Thiela destroys the transmitter they've been using to send out the signal. Uhura says, "Great! Starfleet is sending a ship to pick you up and take you to another planet where eventually you'll start to age and you'll become just like other people. Maybe you'll even get knocked up and have kids who will grow to hate you." Oh, I hope so. The end. Let me get this out of the way right now. I like this episode. It's fun. There are aspects of it that I think are very smart and well done. It's a breeze to sit through. And overall, I find it one of the best shows in the animated series. But boy, are there some things here that could have used some more work, both in terms of plot and in terms of the overall impression left by the episode. Let me start with the plot. I already had some fun with the idea of there being a regular cycle of ship disappearances, so predictable that it's been calculated out to 3 decimal places. Nothing about that makes any sense. It's ridiculous. But it's also ridiculous in a way that Star Trek is often ridiculous, and I find it more endearing than annoying. So, sure, a ship disappears exactly every 27.346 years, and you can have a countdown to the precise moment of disappearance.
I looked up and I was like, "Oh, she's not eating."
The biggest plot hole isn't the timing of the ship disappearances, but the reason for them. We're told that Thiela and the others on the planet have to lure in men to drain them of their energy in order to survive. Okay, but it turns out that Thiela and the others aren't evil. They don't like doing this. They feel bad about having to capture and kill a bunch of men every 27 years. They feel cursed, trapped by their lives of ageless immortality. So why don't they just stop? there's nothing compelling them to keep sending out their signal and enticing unsuspecting men to come so Vila and the other women can absorb their life force or whatever. They're choosing to do it. They're making a lot of choices in doing it, actually. They have to send out the signal. They have to put those tiaras on the heads of the men. They have to keep the men captive while their energy is being absorbed. And the Vila and the other women on this planet decide of their own free will to do this, even though, apparently, they really don't want to. It's not even a matter of them acting selfishly because they're afraid of death. They seem to hate being immortal. There's no reason given for them to be doing this. They don't have to. They don't want to. They just do. Maybe they don't want to die on this planet because, I don't know, maybe its energy-sapping properties means that if they don't occasionally recharge themselves, their deaths will be slow and painful, like those experienced by the men they trap. Okay, fair enough, but that assumption doesn't solve the problem. Why don't they just leave? They seem to have very advanced technology. Do they not have spaceships? Vila tells Uhura that they settled this planet after leaving their home world. How'd they get here? But again, let's give the plot the benefit of the doubt and make another assumption and say that maybe the ships they came in are too old to fly and they've lived this way for so long that they've forgotten how to build new.
Why did you cancel your Majerka subscription? I found this hidden AI that does everything I want for a one-time cost.
Ships. That's another recurring Star Trek trope, the society that becomes so dependent on its technology that it forgets how to actually operate and repair it. So, okay, let's say that's the situation. No spaceships on Vila's planet. They have a long-distance transmitter. They can contact ships up to 20 light years away. When a ship arrives at the planet, instead of capturing the men and absorbing their energy, why doesn't Vila just say, hey, can you give us a ride? We've been trapped here for centuries and it's not fun anymore and we really want to leave. That's what happens at the end of the episode. Uhura says Starfleet is sending a ship to pick you up and take you to another planet, and once you're there, you won't be immortal anymore and you can live just like most other people. And Vila's like, awesome.
Star Trek is not saying another.
Hi there. My name is Peter Danforth Phillips. That's Phillips with an F. I've always got to correct people on that one. You don't know me, but you know my work. Way back in the early 1990s, before a bunch of you were born, I bet, I invented a file format for fixed layout digital documents that became the standard for that sort of thing, and is used by millions of people all around the world every day. That's right. I am the father of PDF files. So, as the creator of that, I have a special request to make. This goes out to whoever's in charge over there at YouTube or TikTok and anywhere else that people post videos or write things. Can you all please lighten up language policing a little? Not all the way now. Lord knows I don't want social media to turn into a vocabularial free-for-all. It's a sad commentary on human nature, but let people say whatever they want without restriction or consequence, and pretty soon it'll be N-word this and R-word that, threats, harassment, libel, misinformation, and hey, one Twitter is enough. Am I right, folks? Don't get rid of the rules. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm not some nut job libertarian. But if it's not too much trouble, could you put your bad words detectors on a lower setting? Specifically, could you let people say the word that refers to those who are unnaturally attracted to children? See, I can't actually say it yet. This is me asking to be able to say it. If I say it now, just come right out and say it. There's a chance that this video will be demonetized and it won't be recommended by the algorithm, and its reach will end up greatly restricted, and then you might not even see me making this request. So, I'm not saying the word I'm asking to be allowed to say, but you know what word I mean. Here's the situation. The word I'm asking you to just let people say, is one of many words that gets automatically flagged as offensive by your content moderation systems. Offensive content can be upsetting to people, which is also unattractive to advertisers. So videos containing allegedly offensive content aren't allowed to be monetized and aren't pushed out to viewers. Hey, I get it. The thing is, unlike a lot of those other offensive words, N-word, R-word, C-word, K-word, T-word, and so forth, the word I'm talking about, I guess I might as well call it the P-word, is not a slur. It's a word that folks who want to discuss certain issues related to child safety or politics are going to feel the need to say. And when they feel like they can't say it without being muzzled, they find ways to talk about it using other words, which is good. Although sometimes people do get a little cute with it. Somebody at some point figured out that PDF file sounds kind of like the P word. So instead of saying the P word, which would possibly get them flagged, people started saying PDF file. For example, did you hear about that guy who showed up at a pizza restaurant heavily armed because he expected to find a bunch of PDF files in the basement? Or the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit is that the entertainment industry is full of PDF files. Or the sitting president of the United States in the year 2025 is a PDF file. Normally I'd be thrilled with that kind of exposure. Damn it, not exposure. That sounds unhelpfully suggestive in this context.
28歳の私が自分に合う働き方を見つけられた理由、それが添付スタッフ、業界トップクラスの求人数だから希望の求人が見つかりやすい。派遣会社満足度ランキングも6年連続1位で安心。今のあなたに合った求人が見つかるのが添付スタッフ。詳しくはこちら。
I will sketch your soulmate and do a reading in just 3 minutes using your star sign. Whether you are single or interested in someone, this will help you find the love you are destined for. Click Learn More and take the 3-minute quiz to claim your soulmate drawing.
Normally I'd be thrilled with that kind of attention. The name of my file format being incorporated into people's common language. It's a slang term. Nothing's cooler than slang, it's how cool people talk. But in this specific case, I hope you can understand, I'd rather not have my file format, which I created and of which I'm extremely proud, associated with that. Look at it this way. My file format is like my child. I think of it that way. How would you feel if people started using the name of your child as a euphemism for someone who commits the most appalling crime one human being could ever commit against another? Would you feel good about it? What's even more ridiculous about this whole situation is this word, the P word. Not only is it not a slur, it's also not just an informal term for that. It's the actual technical term. You know how, like, penis is the technical term for don't reference anything sexual at all. It's just inappropriate for this. You know how television is the technical term for a television? Imagine if for some reason you couldn't say television in a video on YouTube or TikTok or whatever without getting flagged for offensive content, so anytime you wanted to talk about television in a video, you had to call it the telly, or the boob tube, or the idiot box, or the television, or the picture radio, or some other euphemism, even if you wanted to have a serious discussion. Wouldn't that all feel very silly? I guess people would just say TV, so that's not a very good example, but you get the idea. Now imagine there's a guy, like he's a surgeon named Dr. Bell, and he invents a whole new way of cutting people open, and it's revolutionary, and pretty soon it becomes the preferred method of cutting people open, and it becomes known as the Bell incision. And then, like 30 years later, people who want to talk about television on TikTok but can't say the word television notice that television and Bell incision sound kind of alike. So they start saying Bell incision anytime they want to say television, and it catches on, and pretty soon people are saying Bell incision when they mean television all the time. And now imagine that Dr. Bell, not only does he have nothing to do with television, he hates television. He thinks television is the worst thing ever. But now, when people say the name of his wonderful invention, They aren't referring to the invention that he came up with and is very proud of, but to the thing that he despises the most in all the world. Wouldn't you feel bad for Dr. Bell in that situation? Wouldn't you want to help him out? I'm addressing most of this message to the powers that be at YouTube and TikTok because they have the power to do something about this directly, but I'm realistic. I know they're probably not going to do anything. Why should they listen to me? I only invented the file format they all use for all their documents. So, while I'm waiting for the big shots to notice my plea, I also wanted to make a request of all of you, the general internet using public. It's a small favor, but I would really appreciate it. Please pick another euphemism, because there are lots of other terms for it. Sure, some of those other terms might get you flagged as well, but there are plenty of slang words and indirect references that I'm reasonably sure you could get away with. Instead of saying PDF file when you mean that, try something like, did you hear about that guy who showed up at a pizza restaurant heavily armed because he expected to find a bunch of Chesters in the basement? Or, the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit is that the entertainment industry is full of chimos. Or, the sitting president of the United States in the year 2025 is a kid toucher. Or, the president is a Lester. Or, the president is the kind of guy who should have to register when he moves to a new neighborhood. Or, the president racked up quite a few points at the Hotel Little St. James back in the day. Or, the president is an aficionado of uncooked bread made from peas meal. In other words, a pea-dof. Actually, that one might be too close. Maybe don't use that one. Too smart for my own good sometimes. Like when I named my file format Portable Document Format to match my own initials. Thought that was so clever. Nobody at Adobe even noticed. Can we at least try to get XPS to stand for something evil too?
What?
Just to make it fair, why should my digital document format be the only one associated with sex crimes? What about like
I got hurt back.
Law
I got
and
a
Order
bad back. My back
XPS?
is hurting me.
Is that anything? Can
My
we
back
make
is
that
hurting
anything?
me. No, I got a pinched nerve. No. No, I have a pinched nerve. Sorry, I'll come back and do the walk.
でも実は収入が少ないんじゃなくてお金の増やし方を知らないだけかもしれません。もしあの時投資信託を始めていたらそんな風に思ったことありませんか？でも投資って意外と簡単。ルーム証券のアプリならたった3ステップでスタートできる。気になるテーマから。
All right, good night, guys.